Picture this: a raging wildfire fueled by dry winds tearing through the hills of Los Angeles. The flames leap from tree to tree, consuming everything in their path. A nightmare come to life. Firefighters rush to the scene, hoses in hand, ready to battle the blaze. Their faces are set with determination, knowing that every second counts. But as they connect to the fire hydrants, their hearts sink. The pressure is low, and the water flow is weak. They struggle to get enough water to fight the flames effectively. There's no water. This terrifying scenario became a harsh reality during the recent firestorm in Los Angeles. The infrastructure failed when it was needed the most, leaving the firefighters in a desperate situation. Firefighters watched in disbelief as hydrants ran dry, leaving them helpless against the inferno. Their training and bravery were no match for the lack of resources. Lives and homes were lost, raising a critical question. How could this happen in a modern city like Los Angeles? The aftermath of the fire left a scar on the community, a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities that exist even in the most advanced cities. To understand this failure, we need to understand how fire hydrants work. It's all about water pressure. Think of a city's water system like a giant plumbing network. Vast reservoirs hold billions of gallons of water. This water is pushed through a network of underground pipes, creating pressure that forces the water out when a hydrant is opened. Fire hydrants are strategically placed and connected to these pipes, ready to unleash a torrent of water at a moment's notice. But there's a catch: the system relies on a delicate balance. The Los Angeles firestorm exposed a critical flaw in this balance. The system couldn't keep up with the demand. The city, known for its sprawling urban landscape and dense population, was suddenly thrust into a state of emergency. The firestorm raged on, consuming everything in its path, and the city's infrastructure was pushed to its limits. As multiple fire hydrants were opened simultaneously, the demand for water skyrocketed. Firefighters worked tirelessly, opening hydrants in a desperate attempt to control the blaze. Each hydrant that was opened added to the strain on the water system, which was already struggling to cope with the increased demand. The constant draw on the system caused a drastic drop in water pressure. This drop was not just a minor inconvenience, it was a significant problem that hampered firefighting efforts. The water pressure in the pipes fell to dangerously low levels, making it difficult to get enough water to the fire lines. It was like trying to drink a thick milkshake through a tiny straw. The pressure just wasn't there. Firefighters found themselves in a frustrating situation, unable to get the water they needed to fight the fire effectively. The analogy of the milkshake perfectly captured the struggle they faced. To make matters worse, a key reservoir in Pacific Palisades had been depleted due to drought conditions, further crippling the city's water supply. The drought had already put a strain on the water resources, and the firestorm only exacerbated the situation. The empty reservoir was a stark reminder of the challenges the city faced. The interconnected nature of the system meant that a problem in one area could cascade and affect the entire network. This interconnectedness, while usually a strength, became a vulnerability during the crisis. The failure in one part of the system had a domino effect, leading to widespread issues across the city. The Los Angeles crisis highlighted the need for a more resilient and adaptable infrastructure to handle such emergencies in the future. The Los Angeles fire was a wake-up call. It served as a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities that our cities face in the modern era. The intensity and frequency of such wildfires are increasing, and we must take proactive measures to mitigate their impact. It highlighted the need for cities to re-evaluate their water infrastructure, especially in the face of climate change and increasing wildfire risks. Upgrading aging pipes, increasing reservoir capacity, and ensuring that our water systems are resilient to natural disasters are essential steps. Implementing smart technology to monitor and regulate water pressure are crucial steps. These technologies can help detect leaks early, manage water distribution more efficiently, and ensure that water is available when and where it is needed most. Furthermore, educating the public about water conservation during emergencies is paramount. Public awareness campaigns, community meetings, and educational materials can empower individuals to make informed decisions about their water usage. Remember, water is a precious resource, and every drop counts. Simple actions like fixing leaks, using water-efficient appliances, and being mindful of our daily water consumption can make a significant difference. Responsible usage can mean the difference between life and death in a crisis. Firefighters and emergency responders rely on a stable water supply to protect our communities. We can't afford to wait for the next disaster. The aftermath of wildfires leaves lasting scars on our environment and communities, and the cost of inaction is too high. The time to act is now. By coming together, we can build a more resilient future and ensure that our cities are prepared for whatever challenges lie ahead.